Hi, it's Nick from Percondola here. So now with the vast majority of us working from home, we thought here at Percondola that we would share some of the hints and tips that have come out of our research over the last few years in terms of remote working and flexible working and what works really well. So over the course of the next few minutes, myself, my colleague Stuart Duff and Tracy are going to share a few quick hints and tips for you to take a look at and to share with as many people as you like.
Hello everybody, my name's Stuart Duff. I'm Head of Leadership Development at Percondola, and over the last few years we've done a lot of work, a lot of research with clients looking at remote working and the impact of remote working on employees and on leaders. Three big tips from me in terms of moving to a much more remote working style. The first is maintain social contact at every opportunity. Use video conferencing. It's hugely important in terms of maintaining trust, better communication, and a sense of connectedness amongst teams. The second is to get into routines. We found that those who are better at self-managing worked much more effectively in a remote work environment. So try to find new routines very quickly. That might be about when you get up, it might be about how you start your work, it might be about when you take breaks, and it'll certainly be about when you say, that's it, my day is done. And the third key area is just about being willing to experiment. This is a time of rapid change, so using different technologies, trying out different ways of working as a team. The most important thing is talk openly as a team. Share your feelings, your experiences, share what's working regularly, update each other, and that way the team will be much more agile and able to adapt to the remarkable current circumstances. I'm going to hand over to Nick now, who's going to talk about what leaders can do in building greater inclusive leadership at this time. Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Thanks very much, Stu. So inclusion's never been more important than it is right now, especially with the chance that people are more likely to feel excluded. So here are my three big tips around inclusion. Firstly, make sure you are reaching out to everybody, not just your favourites during this time. People will remember in years to come how you make them feel during this time, and now's a real opportunity to enhance how included you make others feel. Secondly, watch out for fragile trust. As people increasingly start to work from home, we know that line managers are more likely to start questioning whether their team members are being genuinely productive at home or not. Rather than step into this automatic assumption that people aren't doing very much, you can always check what's going on in terms of their output, but avoid this tendency to assume that people aren't working as hard as you. It's especially apparent in relationships that line managers have with people who are a bit different from them. My third tip would be to use lots of different forms of communication. So Stuart mentioned the importance of reaching out right now. That is so true. And I would say if you can do that with video conferencing, great. If you can pick up the phone, that's great. Avoid overuse of emails as much as you can, because that does not help with trust issues. At Percondola, we have a WhatsApp group, for example, that we've established. We allow time ahead of our video conferencing meetings for people to catch up with each other. Whatever you do, use lots of different forms of communication and avoid overuse of emails. So I hope those tips are helpful. And now over to Tracy, who's going to share some advice on how to look after yourself during this time.
Hi there, I'm Tracy. I'm the mindfulness practitioner here at Percondola. We have spent a lot of time in the last few days talking about the challenges that we're facing and how we are flipping from trying to stay calm and rational to feeling wild-eyed and slightly overwhelmed with the rate and pace of change and with all of the uncertainty. We know from research that living with uncertainty is hard, that we're hardwired to push against it, but that by doing so causes us a lot more stress. So I'm here just to talk very quickly about some well-being and mindfulness practices that you can use to keep you well and to help grow some emotional resilience during these times. So one thing you can do is keep a gratitude diary. Write down 3 things at the end of each day that you're grateful for that have happened in your day. Perhaps consider performing daily acts of kindness. What can you do for someone else? Slow an activity that you do. Write down. drink a cup of tea really mindfully, eat something that you really enjoy and really savour it. See if you can challenge yourself to use all of your senses. And then how about taking 3 deep in and out breaths, seeing if you can follow the breaths flow in and out. It sends a message to our fight or flight system that all is well. That's it from me. Do let us know how you find those practices.
So there you go, some hints and tips from Pern in terms of how to make remote working work for you. I hope you found it helpful. Reach out and let us know, and take care.